In this problem, we have Evie and Javier working together. Now, Evie can finish a job in 12 days if Javier works for her for 7 of those. Now, Javier can finish the same job in 14 days if Evie helps him out for 7 of these days. Now, we want to determine the number of days it takes Evie to finish the same job working alone. Assume both Evie and Javier work at the same rate every day. So let's let E be the number of days Evie takes. And let's let X represent the number of days Javier takes. So, now what is 1 over E? Now 1 over E is the portion of the job done by Evie in 1 day. So then we know, okay, then 1 over X is the portion of the job done by Javier in 1 day. And so it says that Evie can finish a job in 12 days if Javier helps her for 7 of those days. So that means 12 over E. This is Evie working 12 days. So 12 days worth of work from Evie and 7 days of work from Javier gives us 1. That is 1 complete job. And so we can set up the other equation the same way. Javier can work 14 days, so 14 days from him, and 7 days from Evie equals 1. All right. So what we can do is we can take this equation, the first one, and I'm going to multiply both sides by E times X. And what happens is we get 12X plus 7E equals EX. So we've gotten rid of our denominators. And so now what we want to do is we want to solve for one of these two variables. So let's say I want to solve for x here. So I take 12x minus EX equals 7E. Negative, because I subtracted this over and subtracted that over. And then we factor out an x. So we have 12 minus E equals negative 7E. So x equals negative 7E over 12 minus E. Now what we can do is we can then substitute that back into this equation here. So in place of x, we put negative 7E over 12 minus E plus 7 over E equals 1. Now here we're dividing by a fraction, so what we can do is we can multiply by its reciprocal, 12 minus E over negative 7E plus 7 over E equals 1. And we have 14 and 7, and that cancels, leaving a 2 and a negative 1 down below. Now if we distribute that 2 in, we get 24 minus 2E all over negative E plus 7 over E equals 1. Now we'll split up this fraction into 2 pieces. So we have negative 24 over E plus 2, because the E's cancel, plus 7 over E equals 1. All right, so now almost done. So what we have to do now is we combine those two like terms in that we have negative 24 over E and 7 over E. And so negative 24 plus 7. So that's going to be 17. So negative 17 over E plus 2 equals 1. Subtract the 2 over to the other side. Negative 17 over e equals negative 1. So we multiply the e over. So negative 17 equals negative e, and then we drop the negatives. So e equals 17. And so that is the number of days it takes Evie to work by herself. And there's our answer. And we're done.